feel like I'm coming in and out of the picture.
Yeah, it's really dark.
It gets like, it kind of changes on us a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's super dark. It's like in and out dark.
And then it comes in light. How are you? We're on Thanksgiving Eve now.
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. I am ready to take some time off, to get a few days, to just sort of marinate, pun intended. Uh and really
We
just take some time.
we talked on the air this morning about how if the potatoes at Thanksgiving aren't mashed potatoes with gravy, I'm not going or I'm bringing my own, right? And then I had a friend that was listening go, I scallop mine. What are you saying? I pissed her off.
Did
And
you
I'm like,
guys start to do?
I'm just saying that I'll bring mashed potatoes next time.
So you would roll up to somebody's home who's hosting a Thanksgiving dinner and they got like 10 dishes deep and they don't got mashed potatoes. You'd be like, I brought my own.
Yes.
And that doesn't register to you as weird that you just walk around with your own mashed potatoes, ready to bring in mashed potatoes at a moment's notice because somebody forgot mashed potatoes.
Not any less weird than they didn't have them there in the first place.
Oh, that was funny.
All right. What are you going to do for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I'm torn because I don't have the kiddos with me, and so I have a chance to go do a whole lot of things, just kind of whatevs, solo style. But then, I also have a friend who wants to do some stuff, and at the end of the day, really, all I want to do is kind of clean house and go out and do some disc golfing. And really, I really want to. I feel like you and I both, and just here in general, have been really, really busy in these last, couple of months, and I feel like we have a couple of days that we really just kind of need to reset.
Yeah. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be nice? I'm going to Vegas.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to see the kids. There's going to be zero relaxation happening.
You don't think you'll get to relax in Vegas at all?
No. Me and Jamie, we got a hotel room. We're going to have 3 boys and my girl. Maybe they might just want to stay in the hotel and play on their iPad, play Fortnite.
Yeah.
I never know.
Cool.
Yeah. So, like, when I go visit them, they just want to chill. And their dad's like, you didn't do anything with them today? Like, they have like 100 activities a piece during the week. This is what they wanted to do.
So it's funny you bring that up because in the last few months, I've instituted this like chore chart, but then with the chore chart afterwards comes like activities together and stuff like that. Because I used to feel really bad with my parenting as far as like all the things like what I would do with the kids or the lack of things I would do with the kids, And so now we have it set up so that once they're done with their chore chart in the afternoon, and once everything's like triple signed off or double signed off, or I call it double because I have like 2 spots they mark and then I mark. Once it's signed off like that, then we get to do a real quick activity together after dinner. So like, and whoever helps with the dishes gets to choose that activity, and the dishes rotate, right? So like one activity for the hour that we're doing an activity together, maybe just Sean wants to watch Steven Universe with all of us for an hour. And that's what we'll do. Or maybe Jackson wants to cut up construction paper for his hour, and that's what we'll do with him for an hour,
Yeah.
And that's how I've kind of like squashed feeling super guilty about not doing all of the things with the kids all of the time,
Yeah. See, it's role reversal. I get to be Disneyland mom.
You do.
When the mom is the primary care provider and the dad has them, you always hear the mom go, he's a Disneyland dad. He just gets to have fun with them. I'm like, hey, it's awesome. All of you girls mad that they get to do it, you should be. Because it's awesome being the Disneyland parent.
As advertised.
It is. Oh, Dad's been making you guys do chores and stuff all week and keep a schedule. Mommy's here now. Oh, dude. There's one thing I'm not going to tell everybody on here what it is. I think you already know without me having to tell you off the air that he and I completely disagree on. And so when I'm there, they look at me like, do we have to go and do this thing? And I'm all, So that one gets a little rough.
I know what that one is.
Mm-hmm.
I know what that one is, so much so that in my life, I have also avoided like the plague and have opted to get in extreme trouble rather than,
Yep.
I get you. But that's the benefit of being the Disney parent.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get to let him stay up at night as late as, and the kids will be. And the last time I was there, so I've given Joe like a lot of leeway with the kids when they were with me, and he would call me like, "These are the days I'm off. My girlfriend's here. Can I have the kids?" And because I'm mom of the year, I'd call them in sick. I'm like, they need to see their dad more than they need to have third grade math, in my opinion, right? But then the last time I was down there, I was like, let them take Monday off. And he said, no. Well, I guess one of us has to be the responsible parent.
Because if you have the kids and then they take the day off, but they're still living at home, then they're taking the day off at your home, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all convenience. It's totally convenience. It's all convenience related.
Yes. We're doing dinner. It's going to be me and Jamie, Joe and his girlfriend, and then there's 11 of us total.
And what are your son and her son's names that are like besties?
My son's name is Joseph, and her son's name is Brock. So you have named them.
You're the Joe Bros. I think that's so awesome.
I love that. I mean, Jamie, I can't wait to tell Jamie. She's gonna love that too.
I think that is so rad. I think that they should get Joe Bro shirts and Joe Bro hats. They need to start a Joe Bro channel.
Jamie and I are going to make a TikTok today, or I think it's going to be a TikTok, because we were discussing the other day doing some. Like the person we're talking about won't see this. She wanted me to go on an adventure that was very far away, and I was like, okay. So I told her we need to make a TikTok that's like when your friend asks you to go stalking 4 hours away, and I'm throwing my sunglasses on and grabbing my snacks.
Stalking 4 hours away?
Hey, when a girl calls in because she's that worried, you go.
What more can you tell?
That's all. If he sees it, she's going to be mad if she sees this or if he sees this.
Okay, fine.
I have told her that maybe she's digging a little too deep, but I'm just the sidekick, and I go if she wants me to.
I'm telling you, you gotta watch Love After Lockup. Oh my God. On this last one, the girl was going to move to New York when she was 13. The whole family moved to New York when she was 13 and put all of their money into this producer that was going to turn her into a music star. And get this, they got scammed out of their money, right? So they're already a little hesitant and guarded. But she found true love from prison. It's real. Her and Raymond are together now. Raymond is having a hard time, and her mom won't meet him until he's contributed at least 8 paychecks. And he's been working really hard now for the last couple of months, and he needed to just go hang out with his cousin and just be alone for a day. And so he did, but he didn't answer his phone. And so she got really mad and said, he's trifling. He's cheating on me. And so she went to this cousin's house that she didn't know existed. And guess what? It was his cousin's house, and they were just playing cards. And I swear to God, she went, I mean, like the whole episode, because they break it up. You know, there's like 7 different couples, right? So they break it up into little pieces. And every time they came back to her, she is absolutely losing her stuffing because she doesn't know where Ray is, because Ray's at a cousin's house that she's never heard of before. Never mind the fact that she met Ray in prison and they've only been living together for like 2 or 3 months right now. There's probably a family member or 2 or 3 that you don't know about. So every single time they come back to her, she's talking with friends and going, yeah, it's his cousin's house, but I don't remember him telling me about a third cousin removed that he didn't have, that he was going to go hang out with for the day. They went, girl, you know he's cheating then. Yeah, I know. Well, then we need to go find him. Yeah, I know. And so they go find him, and he's just playing cards.
Sure, that's the way it always goes.
But he contributed.
So go ahead. I'll tell you about one of my funny first stalking experiences ever.
Oh, no, that's all I got. I have nothing more of value to add to that. Go ahead, please.
Started at a young age. I could find you through the white pages. Like, this started early. right? So let's talk about the time that I'm like 21 and me and my girlfriend Lana, who is 12 years older than me, she was just got through divorce. I just broke off my engagement that you don't call an engagement. So we're out partying and she just is getting a divorce, brand new divorce, right? Brand new. And we go to a local bar and he for weeks has been begging her back. You're the only one I love. Please take me back, blah, blah, blah. We roll up to a local bar and we see him through the damn window with his arm around the woman, right? We see his truck. It's the reason we're at the local bar. We didn't just go up there. She knew he was there, right? So we see his truck. So we pull into the parking lot. In my car, obviously, you can't take the person who is stalking's car. You got to take the accomplice's car. So we're sitting, and I'm like, Lana, what do you want me to do? I'll sit here as long as she's getting heated and heated, going through the messages. It's like, 2 days ago, he said this. And 3 days ago, he said this. Blah, 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 right? And I'm like, okay. She goes, I'm going in. And I'm all, are you sure you want to do this? She goes, I am going in. And I go, she goes, keep the car running, though. And I'm like, okay. Because I don't know if she like planned to go in there and yell at him and then run out. But I'm like, okay, I'll keep the car running. So she goes in and I don't see her approach her soon-to-be ex-husband with this chick. And I'm watching, waiting to see like when I need to come jump in, right? And she comes out 5 minutes later crying, laughing. He was in the bar, but that wasn't him.
Oh,
guy who looked just like him, and she goes in there raging against the machine, and he's playing pool, and he's like on the other side of the bar, and he's like, Lana with his buddies. And she has to tell him, I thought that was you. I was about to come in here and kick somebody's. And it wasn't him. So she got back to the car and we went somewhere else. They're still divorced.
Oh, that didn't repair it?
Oh, no.
Man, when you look back, like when I look back, you know, sometimes I'll sit kind of like in morbid reflection on my marriage, you know, and I'll look back at some things and I'll be like, man, how did we even stay married that long?
Right?
You know, like I'll think of like things that I was looking back, you know, it's been a year now since my eye surgery. And I remember when I had the day I had my eye surgery, when I was on the medicine, I thought it was going to be really funny to grab that bell and be like, hey, hey. And then when she came in the room, I'm like, hi. And that was it, you know? And like, but you know, that was kind of me and so like looking back, like, how did it even last that long? You know?
Right? I don't know. So even with the Love After Lockup girls, like sometimes the intuition is just when Joe and I were split but still trying to work things out, there was one morning that I just had a feeling somebody was out at our old house, right? And I get halfway out there and I go, what are you doing? Like, what are you going to do? If there is somebody, like if you see somebody's car, what are you going to do? Right?
Right.
So I decide not to go out there. And a couple days later, I'm at the house because he and I were on and off and on and off and on and off. And we're in the garage and I look around and I go, somebody has been here. He goes, no, there hasn't been. And I go, somebody has been here. I lived in this house and there's stuff in this garage that hasn't been moved in a year. And all of a sudden it's super organized. Where a car can fit now on this side of the garage. Right? He's like, nuh-uh. And then sure enough, when things trickle out, he had a woman there. The night I knew, the day that I was halfway out to the house to go bust him out and told myself, don't do this. I was right.
You called it.
Could you imagine that poor girl? I come banging on the door.
Hey, thanks for cleaning a spot for me.
That's the one I texted from his phone and was like, me and my ex-husband are working things out. How do you think I have his phone right now? And when I told him I went through his phone and saw that he was seeing somebody, he said, please don't say anything to her. She hasn't done anything wrong. And I went, too late. And he turns his phone on and there's all these messages from her.
Was she mad?
But then she started to believe him because then I could see her delete him on Facebook, re-add him to Facebook, and delete him. And I sent her an email going, I don't know what you're being told. And I should have left at that point too, but it's my marriage, you know? And we were technically on a break and we were trying to work things out. And she was the only one who was nice. She wrote back, I am so sorry. I ignored so many red flags. He told me you guys were done, blah, 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 blah. And then that poor girl, it was my friend Sandra's birthday. So there's 15 of my closest friends at this like pottery place in Modesto. And I look over and she's working Sandra's birthday. And all of our names are on place settings. But Sandra's known me since we were 13, so it says Natalie. It doesn't say Madden. So this girl didn't know I was coming. So I come in and they say her name and I look, and this poor girl has to wait on me and about 15 to 20 of my best friends for work for the next 3 hours. I felt terrible for her.
Tell me you tipped well.
Oh, it wasn't that type of place.
Okay.
It wasn't. We were on one side of the table. She only helped the people on the other side of the table. And you're allowed to have wine at these places. So I had one girlfriend who was getting heated, and I was having to text her from across the table, going, "She was the only one who showed me some respect. Don't." And she's like, "Come on, man." I don't know. So this poor girl's fault.
Aw.
I know.
Yeah. They're hard waters to navigate. You know, at the end of the day, I just feel like my head in the sand is just the best way to be, you know?
See, I'd rather, you're going to call me crazy anyway. I might as well. Wham, wham, wham on your door.
No, I
have to stop though, because my last 2 stalking excursions, I almost got caught. I'm not going to talk about those, but go ahead.
You almost got caught?
No, one was so close. I almost had to drive off the road. And then one, I literally drove off the road into their lawn and then out on accident. So I have just banned myself from looking up flings.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when you come back in the studio, because I haven't heard about this yet.
No, because you're gonna be like, you crazy bat nutso, what are you doing?
Well, no, I like what you did. I'll have a tempered reaction because you broke it here. It's like in Jerry Maguire when Jay Moore takes Tom Cruise to the restaurant to fire him. He looks around and goes, "Public place, can't make a scene. Benign restaurant." You did it here. Stream, can't make a scene. Hey, I almost got caught stalking. Talking to you. Bye.
There's one guy that I shouldn't even know where he lives. Okay. But I happen to be out in the area because I was looking for where he lives. I was looking for his job. The neighborhood looked similar. The neighborhood looked similar to what I had Google Earthed with his house a couple weeks before that. So I looked up his address, and sure enough, his address was right around the corner. So I'm like, meh, I'll go by. As I am turning into his street, he is coming out. I miss him by if I was 2 more seconds faster, he would have literally had to look me straight in the face and wait for me to go by. And I just pulled over hella fast while he drove out of his street.
All right, well, we start stay a day to the Disneyland Resort Monday morning, just after 7 o'clock. Get you hooked up with 4 3-day 1-park tickets and a stay at the Disneyland Resort Hotel.
Yep.
We have to talk on the radio in about 2 minutes, and I need to get a protective order from the woman on the other side of the screen right now. Just
Madden, why are you single for life? Bye, you guys.